Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Welcome back to the last session, the session 4. So this is going to be the last session. We still have something left on the P-Series software edition. This session, we're just going to figure all of them, all right? We're going to figure out all of them. Like I said before, we have maintenance left here and also some important points like notifications, something like that. We're going to figure out that. And another one, which is the very important part for today's session, it's gonna be the web client. So, enough talk. I guess this is the time for us to get started. Let's jump in. Now, first thing I want to talk about will be this. We're supposed to check on system, have a look on this one, which is going to be event notification. So on your system, now we got a question is, hey, what if there's something wrong happens on the system? Is there any way for me to get the notification or get notified by the system? The answer is absolutely yes. It's over here. You will need to go access system, check on event notification, and you can see event type. There are so many items right over here in this list. All right, so many items, and we actually mark them with different levels. For example, something not that important, we just mark it as information. So you're supposed to get notified. This is information. Something a little bit serious, we mark it as alert. And something really, really important, we mark it as warning. For example, like SIP trunk registration failed. Oh, that's a big problem on your system. So it's warning. The level is really high. And also, by the way, here you can see we got a bunch of switches for the notification. If you want to get notified by this particular issue, for example, like if this issue happens in the future, let me ask you, would you like to be notified? If you want, you will need to turn this thing on. If you don't want it, you can just turn this thing off. That's it. So quite easy, quite simple, very intuitive. Now, next step. Notification contacts. So who will be the contacts to get notified? Well, we will need to go add it over here. Check on notification contacts here, click on add. And as for the notification contacts, it's quite flexible. It can be one of our, extension users. This is one option. So you can choose to notify him or her by sending email, calling extension, or calling mobile. Or you can also choose a custom contact, which means your external contacts, I guess. So you can name it, all right, first of all, and then just drop the mailbox or the mobile number. So you can also choose to notify the external contacts as well. By the way, the next step will just be this, the event levels to notify. Like I said, we have 3 different levels. So which level of the notifications you want to notify this particular contact, then you will need to make your selection here. That's it. So this is about the notification contacts. And one more thing here will be event logs. So if there's something wrong happens, you can always go check on event logs here, see what was happening. I guess everything's all clear. So I'm going to mark all as red. Okay, so this is about the event notification. Now, keep going. Next part, maintenance. Let's have a look. So for maintenance, the first thing is very important. It's very basic, which is going to be upgrade. Anytime you want to get the new firmware for your PBX, you're supposed to go check this place, which is upgrade. Here you can click on this one, check for new firmware. So our system will just automatically search online through our server to see if there's a new update. All right. Now, of course, you can also choose to enable this. Never check for updates or check for updates and automatically install. Or maybe you want to get a particular firmware for this PBX, so you don't want to get anything online. That's okay. You can also choose a file. So you have this particular installation file. This particular firmware file. You can also upload it here manually. Number 2 will be backup and restore. This is something also very fundamental, for troubleshooting. Okay, whatever you want to do there for troubleshooting. Well, we just highly recommend you guys make a backup at the very beginning. This is a very good habit, right? This is a good habit for troubleshooting. So always make a backup, right? So for the backup, you can click on backup directly there. Leave some comments there just in case you're confused about this backup, all right? And choose the storage location. I guess I can use local directly there. Not a problem. Then choose which part of the files you want to back up. then click on save. So we're going to create the backup file right now. After this, if you want to restore your system, you can just go click on restore button right over here to restore your system to that particular backup. All right. And by the way, you can also set a backup schedule. This is also supported, totally supported. And that's quite professional actually for technicians. All right. So it's a good habit, once again, like I said. Whatever happens in the future, I don't care, not a problem, because I get the backup, right? So anytime I can just restore my system. So like I said, once again, it's a good habit. Okay. Then we have reboot here. I think this is funny. All right. The easiest way for troubleshooting is always reboot. All right. It sounds funny, but that's the truth. So whatever happens on the system, like you just configure some settings on your system, but it won't work, that's fine. You can try to reboot your system. Perhaps it will work. All right. Because 9 times out of 10, our some malfunctions on the system, the best solution will just be rebooting. All right, reboot the system, and well, it's gonna be back to life. All right. Okay, another one will be reset. All right, be very careful with reset, guys. If you click on this button, everything will be back to the factory mode. So once again, guys, you will need to be very careful. Once again. Just think about this first, all right? Think about exactly what you want. Then you go click on this button, all right? Make sure everything's all well configured, everything's well prepared. Then you go hit this button to reset the system. Okay, next part, operation logs. The operation logs, it's kind of like a black box. Black box on the airplane. Well, this is going to be a black box on the PBX, right? Whatever you've done on the system, they're fully recorded in the operation logs. That's it. So you can always check in the operation logs to see what was happening. What did you do? What have you done on your system? What did you do on your system? And also we have another black box. So this is black box 1, and black box 2 is going to be system logs. So the system is running all the time, and for system itself, it will also record everything. So you can also check the system logs for troubleshooting. If there's something wrong happens on your system, you can just download the log from this particular interface. Okay. Then let's talk about the troubleshooting. So on our system, we also provide you guys a couple of basic troubleshooting tools. Number 1 is going to be Ethernet capture tool. This one, it's really functional for some circumstances. Let's see you got something wrong with your SIP. All right, let's see, just an example. You got something wrong with your SIP or with your connection. So you don't know what's going on there. All right, because this is not like a physical connection. It's not like cabling. All right, everything's based on data transmission. Everything's just based on internet. So whatever happens, you cannot just figure out what was happening there directly by judging the physical connection, because there's no result. You can't get any result from this. All right. So you will probably need to get a feedback. You need to get the detailed feedback about the data transmission. So what you're supposed to do now is you will need to go check on Ethernet capture tool, click on start. All right. Of course, you guys can enter some particular port or IP address. That's fine. But generally speaking, we just want to capture all the packets, right? All the data transmission, this entire flow. That's what we want to do. So you go click on start directly, then you just need to grab your phone, make a call. All right. So because if there's something wrong happens, absolutely you're going to have something wrong with your call. So you make a call till the problem happens again, then you click on stop. All right. Be very careful, guys. Some of our customers, they probably just click on start, then they never click on stop. Oh my God, that's not a smart idea, guys. If you click on start, then you never click on stop, you're going to capture a huge packet. This package will be huge, all right? And that's not what we want, all right? Just try to control the package. Try to control the packages under 5 megabits. That will be better. That will be better for you to analyze what was happening there, all right? So always remember to click on start. When the problem happens again, click on stop. All right, capture this. Then check on download. Get the packets. All right. Get this particular packet. All right. Then you're going to use the third-party application for the, analyzation. So the third-party application we use for this, mostly we're going to use like Wireshark, which is quite professional, and the Wireshark application will just give you guys it's kind of like a diagnose. So you drop this data packet in the Wireshark will just give you a very detailed feedback. It tells you exactly what was happening on that particular data transmission. You will be able to figure out, exactly what's the destination and what was happening on the destination. What was happening on the data transmission? Is there anything wrong with my IP address? Is there anything wrong with my, like I said, like a IP address or a NAT or port? Anyway, you will be able to figure out all the details through that application, Wireshark. Okay. Then number 2 will be IP PAN, and number 3 will be traceroute. These two are very similar, but the difference is like if you use IP PAN, you drop the target host here, click on start. So we're just going to keep sending a bunch of packets from point A to point B, which is your target. Then you're going to get the feedback. The feedback will just tell you. The connectivity between the point A and point B. So connectivity will be posted right over here. The result of the connectivity. That's it. Well, if you use traceroute, you will get a more detailed feedback. Again, we're going to try to figure out the connection from point A to point B, but we will have a very detailed feedback. You will be able to see from point A to point B exactly how many hosts, which host, through this entire process. So that's the difference. Okay, then the last one will be activation. So give it a check here, all right? The software edition, P-Service software edition, it's subscription-based solution. So you want to activate it, you will need to go access here. Make sure the system is running right now. Okay, so for example, now this particular system is activated. That means it's running now. All right, if the license is expired, then I will need to renew the license. Okay? Very important, don't forget this. And by the way, the last one, have a check on this. Since I mentioned the plan, have a look. We get 2 options. You can choose either enterprise plan or ultimate plan. Now, differences are like this. So if you're looking for a video conference solution or video call feature, that's what you need. Or if you need the Active Directory integration, you need to subscribe the ultimate plan. All right, if you don't need them, that's fine. You can just use the enterprise plan. Okay. Then one last thing here on the configuration portal will be the reports. You can always check on reports here to get the detailed information you need, like a CDR, like a recording, like call reports. Okay. So all the details, you will be able to get it from here. And not just the call reports, by the way. You can even set a schedule report, all right? So for example, like I said, we get a call center solution, still remember? So if you want to get the detailed feedback of your call center's performance, team performance anyway, you can go check on scheduled reports here, click on add report, all right? For example, like every Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, I just want to get the report of my, let's see, the service center, okay? So I can choose the report type here, first of all. Let's see the queue performance. Okay, then the time. I want to collect the feedback for the last 30 days. So for this particular queue, like I said, service center. Then we will have this one, which is going to be the short abandoned calls, all right? This is one. Okay, that's fine. Then report name. Name it, all right? You want to collect this report from the system. So you just need to name it, all right? Make sure you can figure out what is this. Maybe this is just a report 1, okay? Then enter your mailbox because our system will give you the feedback by email. Then set the report frequency. Like I said, every Sunday morning, okay, every Sunday morning, 10 o'clock. I just want to get the report from the system automatically. So this system will just send you the feedback automatically. As for the file format, it can be a CSV file, Excel file, or PDF file. Depends on you. So this is something we can do with the reports. Now, I think this is about the time for us to keep going for the next part, which is going to be the last part, the web client. let's just log out of the system. And I'm going to jump into the system with my extension number. Here we go. Now, you guys can see currently I just changed my user information, the user identity. I just switch it to the individual user account. All right. So you can see this is my extension 1005 JSON new. That means I'm in the system, and this is my web client. Okay, this is my web client, not the configuration portal. Okay, have a check. First thing we have here will be this. You can manage your presence easily. Like I want to switch my presence from available to away to do not disturb. I can just do it here easily. By the way, I also got a function key feature. All right, this feature is also supported. So on the pService system, when you try to use the software, when you try to use the web client, let's say, well, if you're old school style, like you just want to use the traditional feature like a function key. All right, that feature is available on the hardware desktop valve. Now on the web client, you will have the same user experience. This is nothing special. This is just like a virtual function key. All right, a bunch of virtual function keys. That's what it is. And we can actually support totally 120 function keys. And for each one of our keys, we will support 12 key types. That's what we can do here. Okay, so that's what we can do here. All right, now keep going. Now back to the web client here. All right. First thing here will be extensions. You guys will be able to see all the extensions that are going to be posted here. But just hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. If you never configure this, guys, if you never have any customization there, you will be able to see all extensions, of course. But, when we switch it back to the management portal, something special here in the extension settings. You can see here we got a client permission. Check on that. You can also set the visibility for different extensions. Like my extension number is 1005, and probably I don't want me to, probably I just don't want this extension to see that extension or this extension. Or maybe, let me give you another example. Another thing here is when you try to use the pService system to manage your company, all right, you want to use this for handling company communications. Now, of course, you have different departments. What now? Well, on the pService system, first of all, we can set extension. And another solution we have here will be extension group. So if you're running the, phone system with different departments, of course, you can also use our extension groups for different departments. Like for sales team, I can just select a couple of agents here. All right. So these two guys, they're going to work for the sales department. And I can also set a group permission as well. See, you guys can see that. This is what a manager can do. I can enable all the user permissions for a manager. And for user, I can just leave it empty. So this is basically means the user permission for a manager to use the operator panel. Now, back over here, I can turn this extension to work as the manager or the user. See, that's it. So this is what we can do with extension group. Now let's just create a couple of extension groups. All right, so the first one is sales. The second one is tech support, So we're gonna need some other users. Okay, group permissions. I think I will just keep the same thing like this. And I will also need to create another group. Well, let's see, managing directors. Managing director. Okay. Oops, I'm sorry. Typo. Directors. Okay. Then I'm going to select my extension here. Let me be the managing director. Okay. So I'm going to change my user type as the manager. Now you guys will see the difference later. Okay. So I'm going to be the manager and the group permission will be this. Okay. Save this. Apply for it. Okay. And back to here. Client permission. Now, I just want to set the client permission for extension 1005 for May. So here, I will need to choose a particular extension. All right, I will need to choose a particular extension. So managing directors, okay, this is who I am. Select this one. Okay, and you can see this permission type. I will choose allow view. That means I can be able to see other objects. The objects here can be anything. Let's just select them. So I want to check sales department. I want to check tech support, and I also want to check managing directors. Then I will just go click on confirm. Save this. Save this rule, okay? Then back to the web client. Now you guys will see the difference. When I switch it here, I will be able to switch from default, which is all extensions, to managing directors, to sales department, and to tech support. This is exactly what I can do because I got the permission to see them. Okay? All right. And also based on the web client, you can always use this, these buttons to trigger the audio call feature. Okay? You can trigger the audio call feature. You can also trigger the video call feature. But just don't forget, if you need a video call feature, you need the ultimate plan. Don't forget that. And here's the chat panel. You click on that. That will be the chat function. Here you can chat. You can share documents. You can start a group chat. This is just the chat function. Okay. Another cool feature on the pSeries system, especially the web client, is going to be the contacts. Well, contacts feature is based on the pSeries system. So if you want to manage your contacts, let's see, on your pSeries system, what you're supposed to do is you need to switch it to the management portal here first, and you need to upload your contacts. Your company contacts, you need to upload them over here. And, all right, let's see, I just add a couple of contacts here, for example. Then, don't forget to back to the client permission again. Here you guys can see the contact visibility permission. You will also need to set the contact visibility. So like for extension 1005, do you have the permission to see our company contacts? Do you have the permission to manage them? Well, we need to set it over here. Here we can choose allow view and allow manage. The difference is if you just allow to view the contacts, so you can only see them. If you're allowed to manage them, you can even create a new contact, delete the contact, anyway. Now, switch it back. Switch it back here. Let's keep going. Another feature on the web client will be the video conferencing. Once again, it requires the ultimate plan. So if you get the ultimate plan subscribed, then you will be able to use the video conference feature. If you don't, well, apparently, I guess I don't have the ultimate plan, so you guys can see this feature is locked. All right. This feature requires nothing, actually. It requires nothing. It requires nothing for your configuration. You just need to make sure the license is enabled, then you can use it directly. It's based on the WebRTC, so if I want to start the video conference, I can start it anywhere, anytime. Then I can just share the meeting link to others. They can just click on the link, use the browser to jump in, based on WebRTC. And during the session, we can also share the screen, of course, that kind of feature. And for the video conference, by the way, every single one of our video conferences can support 5 participants. Okay, so that's the video conference. It's more like an instant meeting solution. Then let's have a check on the operator panel. So this is the management solution. Like I said, if you got the user permission, like you're the supervisor, the manager, or the receptionist, part of your job is to manage incoming and outgoing costs. You can use the operator panel. All right. So all of our incoming costs, outgoing costs, internal costs, and external costs, they're all going to be posted here right on this panel. Now, for example, let me try to make a call right now. Okay, let's see. I'm calling this extension right now. All right, it's just calling right now. You can see this. All right, it will just be posted here. Even this is, it cannot be connected, but you guys can still see this is working now. Okay, so this is going to be the operator panel. So that basically means if you're in charge, like you're the supervisor anyway, you can just manage all of your costs. Call control, anyway, the operations can be handled over here. It's not like a traditional solution. All right, so you don't even need to know what is the feature code for a call transfer, for a call recording. I mean, for like a call recording, like a call monitor. I don't need to know that. Okay, so this is what we can do with the operator panel. Then another thing here will be the call center console. So another management solution. Like I said, guys, once we figure out the queue configuration, all right, then back over here, we can also use the call center console. All right. So it's fully related. Call center solution is just fully related with your queue configuration once you enable. Then in the call center console, first thing is going to be the queue panel. Have a check. See, if you're the person who's in charge, a supervisor, manager, anyway, just like I said. All right, so this queue's performance will be posted here. Like what about the SLA? What about the answered calls? How many abandoned calls do we have there? How many missed calls do we have there? And this is the dynamic agent. I want to lock him in, or I want to kick them out. Or a static agent, I want to take a pause. Everything can be handled by my mouse control. And if I want to distribute calls, same like I mentioned, I can use drag and drop with my mouse control. So I can drag this call and I can drop it to that agent directly. That will be the call distribution. And as for the agent, they will be able to check on the workboard. You guys can see here. We totally have 70 widgets and they are all customizable. By the way, you can also go click on this. So you can even post this, guys, on the big screen, like a television, second screen. Anyway, you can post this on it. Quite professional, so agents, they will be able to figure out the current working performance directly through this panel. All right. Now, other things left here are something for the personalization. For the web client, you can use call logs. It's fully, synchronized from your PBX. So you have the same call log here and on your mobile client and even on your IP phone. You can also get the voicemail, recordings. Anyway, they're all synchronized, like I said, fully synchronized. The last one will be preferences. So you can also customize your own preference. Here's your Linkus QR code. You can scan the code to log into your mobile client. You can also use the link for your PC client, and you can also set the function keys, like I said. We can support totally 120 function keys. For each one of our keys, we will have 12 key types. So this is something we can customize for the personal preferences. The last one we have here is just going to be the Chrome extension. All right, so you go click on Chrome extension. You guys can see it's over here based on the Google Chrome Web Store. We provide our customers a very functional tool, which is Yeastar Linkus for Google. Because, the web client is fully web-based. Now, we get a question is, hey, what if I just closed my browser? What if I just close it? Am I going to miss the incoming call? Well, you don't. You won't. You get this particular functional tool, which is Linkus for Google. The next time if someone who's calling you, you're going to have the incoming call pop up automatically. You're also going to be able to use this Chrome extension for like a click-to-call feature. You can also use this for, some quick access. Like I want to use the function key, or I want to use this for some, I want to check my recordings or something. Quick access. You will just be able to do that. Okay. And also, by the way, you guys go check on this. You check on Chrome extension. So we go access Chrome Web Store. Here you can also see there's a video tutorial, which is talking about the Linkus for Google. Yeastar Linkus for Google Chrome extension is now available. This extension seamlessly integrates Yeastar PBX services to create a lightweight yet powerful browser-based softphone tool. Enable easy dial pad, phone number auto-detection on web pages, click-to-call, advanced call handling, and at the same time, this extension will keep you connected all the time. Even if you forgot to turn on the web client or accidentally close it, Linkus for Google Chrome extension will make sure you receive a pop-up window for all incoming calls. To get the Yeastar Linkus for Google Chrome extension, all you need to do is go to the Chrome Web Store and search Yeastar Linkus for Google. Then enter the page and click on Add to Chrome. In the pop-up window, confirm by clicking on Add Extension. Now, this link is for Google is successfully added to your Google Chrome. Now we can pin this extension to Chrome toolbar. Firstly, click on the extension button on the right up corner of the browser. Find Yeastar link is for Google in the list, and click on the pin button. For the last step, let's assign the web client to this Chrome extension. Firstly, you need to log into the web client. Then click on the link is for Google extension. In the pop-up window, choose link as web client. Now the Chrome extension will be automatically assigned to your web client, and we can enjoy all the functions and convenience brought by link is for Google. Need more details about Yeastar P-Series PBX? Please visit yeastar.com and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Okay, so you guys can see the video tutorial is right over here as well. So it's very easy to use. Chrome Web Store, you can search Yeastar link is for Google. Get this functional tool. All right. Okay, so I guess that was all we have for this session, which is the last one. We just figured out the, I guess we just figured out all the configurations on the P-Series software edition and also the Linkus web client. Okay, so need more details, guys. Need more details about Yeastar Solutions or P-Series system. Don't forget to check on Yeastar's website, www.yeastar.com. You will always be able to find the answer. And need more details, you can also subscribe our YouTube channel. We got so many video tutorials available on the YouTube channel. I believe you can also find the answer. You can always find the right one for your need. Okay, so that was all for this. I will catch you guys in the next one.